and Fort Lauderdale. Why choose us? We provide nationwide coverage, fast and reliable service, competitive pricing, transport to any freight forwarder or dock of your choice, auction house experience, and we provide excellent customer service. Express Auto Recovery. Call them today. 786-858-0369. That's 786-858-0369. They provide towing services, accident towing, roadside services, tire change, transporting, towing, and they buy junk cars. Cheap prices, licensed and insured, fast and reliable services. Express Auto Recovery. Call them today, 786-858-0369. That's EAR, Express Auto Recovery. Tell them you heard it first on the Jeff Fox. What up, everybody? This is Jeff Fox from the Jeff Fox Show. I want to invite you to a real Bahamian party, a great place that you can get the island food that I'm talking about as fish fry right here in beautiful Miami. Come to the backyard. Yeah, that's right. It's east of Miami, the backyard, where you can get that real fried fish, fried conch, grilled conch, any kind of way you want it, they will do it for you. Lobster, fish, chicken in the bag, shrimp, all kinds of great island eats right here in Miami Gardens and east of Miami. It's the Bahamian thing. Niceness. Pull up on east of Miami. Check out TJ and Cindy at east of Miami for the best Bahamian food. Best fish, the best chicken, the best conch, the best stewed fish. All right, they've got it all. Island food, 18014 Northwest 6th Place in Miami Gardens. I'm talking about the real deal, not the fake stuff. This is real Bahamians making real Bahamian food. In the backyard, come on and check out the vibes. East of Miami, 18014 Northwest 6th Place in Miami Gardens. Tell my man TJ Jeff Fox sent you. You heard it first right here on the Jeff Fox Show. It's the backyard, east of Miami. Are you looking for somebody to do your taxes this year? Well, look no further than Economy Tax Services. They are the professionals with over 56 years of secure, efficient, and rapid service. Yes, that's right. Let the professionals take care of you with no worries. Economy Tax Services. They are located in Miami Gardens, 17845 Northwest 27th Avenue and Suite C. Go and see my man Vincent today. Give him a call at 786-210-9965. That's 786-210-9965. Economy Tax Services. And remember, tell Vincent you heard it on the Jeff Fox Show.
Ever wondered how top car brands are preventing accidents in 2025? It's by automated emergency braking, which kicks in before a crash even if you don't react. Driver monitoring systems track drowsiness and distraction and even brake if needed. And soon, cars will talk to each other through V2X communication, avoiding crashes before they even happen. These aren't sci-fi, they are real and they are saving lives. So stay alert and
The Jeff Fox Show, brought to you by Remix Sports Media.
Clickbait.
Well, happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday, Clickbait.
Clickbait.
CBC, Clickbait co-host.
I am a sex symbol.
Hmm.
I'm in the gym. Ain't quite eating right, but yeah. How you doing, man? How you doing?
I want to live in your fantasy world.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Jeff Fox Show. Welcome to our new sponsors, 800 Pain. And we'll be broadcasting from the 800 Pain Studios in Doral real soon. So they wanted me to come out there today, man, but it's going to be a tough day. I got to do the Ricky's party today. Happy hour at Ricky's. So we'll be there. Lots going on.
So is it official? The I's are dotted and the T's crossed and all that good stuff?
Yeah, we're all in. So they joined the team. Good morning to everybody that's really checking us out and supporting us. Special thanks to East of Miami as well. You've been there, and we've had big fun over there at East of Miami, and definitely I got a call yesterday from Express Auto Recovery, and definitely want to salute them as well, because all those folks help us keep the lights on, you know what I mean, and keep the StreamYard going. So definitely like, share the show. Salute to everybody that's been supporting us. That's what it takes. And our special guest today, let me tell you a little bit about her. She's got a story to tell, and you will love this, Jenny, especially. I got the email to talk to her on the show, and when I read her bio, I was thrilled. I said, "Wow, what a really compelling story she has," and I'm looking very forward to talking to her about this.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Are you sure you weren't just looking at the pretty pictures?
Well, she is gorgeous. She is gorgeous. She is gorgeous, and you know me.
Yeah,
But,
I know you. That's why I'm asking.
I'm not trying to be on the Epstein list. You know, I'm not trying to be on the
Well,
Epstein.
they can't seem to get them released, so now they're
Yeah.
trying to say they don't exist. But
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that. But no, I mean, you know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You know, and what we're doing today, as a matter of fact, you know what? She's a busy lady. We were going to bring her on about in a couple of minutes, but I'll tell you what, Jenny, why don't we go to the guest line and bring her in right now? April London is in Miami. She's
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's
This
nice to
is
have a
a
sister
boss.
on the show with me because you know they be trying to run roughshod over a girl.
Hey, Jenny.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yes,
Great
yes.
to have you.
Thank you. Thank
April
you.
is the president of London Promotions. She's a hip hop artist or R&B artist. She crosses so many genres. She just does everything. So, April, I'm honored to have you on the show today. I'm glad you made it down here safe to the 305. How's it been so far?
I mean, I had no idea the traffic was giving 2 hours to get 38 miles, but super
Mhm.
lesson learned there. But otherwise, I love Miami. I love Miami. Like, I love Miami.
Yeah,
It's on every corner, the water, the sunshine, and the palm trees when it's not raining. You know.
Absolutely.
So you're here to promote the brand, Talking Points, about your upcoming show, album release. Like you've got so much stuff going on that where should we even begin? Like maybe Rick Ross undisclosed fashion show you're here for. Like,
Yes.
what are you doing this weekend?
That's what I'm here for, and we just layered a bunch of fun things in with us coming to town this weekend for the event. But I mean, just ask away. I'm an open book. Well,
Yeah.
almost an open book, but
So you're out of Dallas now. Now you're out of Texas.
I've been in Texas over 10 years now.
Wow. So you listen to chopped and screwed music. You listen to that Bun B UGK.
Absolutely. You can't be in Texas and not become a fan. So
Right.
I was already a Pimp C fan from the beginning. I mean his voice was just so unique and raw and unfiltered. Like you couldn't help but then you couldn't help but love his music. But as you live in Texas for a long time and you start adapting the culture, like I'm a fan of Texas music just like I am down south music.
Yep.
People say, well, Texas is the South, but I'm from Mississippi, so I would say Texas is the Southwest, but that's an arguable or debatable comment.
Yeah. Hip hop is basically worldwide now. We know it started way back. Just celebrated 50 years, I think, last year. And it's impacted your life. Hip hop has impacted your life, and I'm amazed at how you went through early life struggles and became what you became, like a mogul.
hmm
Like, how did what driving force, what part of that would you attribute really to hip hop?
You know what? I spent a lot of time alone and I would just listen to music. And, I mean, music dictates my life. I don't know if everybody feels that way, but if I am going to a job interview, it might be certain songs that I listen to just get me going. I'm like, I'm getting this job today. Or it could be a situation where I'm going through something in a relationship and that somebody has a voice that helps me get through the situations I'm going through. Like music impacts our life so differently. It's just that in my generation, I don't know a life without hip hop. And I think that we're going to be the first generation um, to be 80 years old listening to this music, because
Yes.
when will we cut it off? I don't think we can if that's the only thing that we know. So, now you're starting to see like rappers, who are a bit older and still as impactful as they were maybe 15, 20 years ago. And I think that that's going to continue. So, I don't think there's a point where we're going to outgrow it. In my generation, we're hip hop babies.
No doubt. We all grew up in it. Go ahead,
It's,
Jenny.
music is just music. When it makes you feel something, that's good music. That's
hmm
good music that's going to last and that's going to stand the test of time.
Right.
When it makes you feel something, it reminds you of a good time in life or even maybe a sad time in life because that's what music does. It inspires you or it takes you to some emotion, some
Yes.
memory.
Yes.
And and that to me is why I always say we had the best music, kind of, like in the 80s and, stuff like
hmm
that, because that's what music does to you.
hmm
So my question is, I have a couple, but um, since you do R&B and rap, and what's your favorite? Like, if what is going to make you happy?
I'm
Like,
a
say
rapper.
if you weren't happy,
I
what's
wish
your
I could sing though. If I could sing, y'all be in trouble.
favorite?
Y'all be in so much trouble. But I'm a rapper, and the thing about this growth in my life is I'm such an introvert. Anybody that knows me knows like I'm a super shy, quiet person. Now, my family and close friends, they would argue that, but in the public, like I tend to have a little bit of social anxiety that I'm working through. So this is like really something I believe in, for me to forego all of how I feel on the inside, my emotions, what my weaknesses are, and bring them to the forefront and say, here I go, judge me. But I believe in this pattern of growth, and this is something I feel like I have to do for me. So long, I think I was quiet about everything, and it's a lot of things like I just never talk about. But I'm at a point now in life where I feel like I have a lot to say. I have a voice, and so here we are at a point where I'm discussing it.
Right. And you
So,
you go ahead, Jenny. Bet.
so is there an artist that you would consider yourself similar to, or maybe that you're aspiring to kind of, be in that space for, have your music live in that space, or are you just coming out of the box gangbusters and this is me, this is the music, I'm that girl?
Yeah, I'm definitely a unique person. Um, I can't say, there's so many talented people that I love and I listen to, but I can't say that I'm like anybody else. People just have to judge and see what they think.
I'm looking forward to listening to definitely listening to the music. I want to touch on something you talked about earlier, and
Okay.
that's um that you've been listening to hip hop all your life, and now it's impacted your life. You started the London Productions, and that's going to be multifaceted. Tell me a little bit about that, and also why you think hip hop can be something that we have all through our lives. I want to see tours, with guys from the '80s. You know what I'm saying? Going on tour. I want to see stuff like that.
So, this genre of music that we created, and you have to think about this, we're about 13% of the population in America,
Yep.
and we created a global genre of music that didn't exist. And it's undeniable, the reach. No matter where you are, no matter where you go, no matter who the person is, there's a hip hop song that they like.
Right.
Everybody on this earth. And I used to say, well, everywhere except North Korea, but I was educated and I found out that there's a lowrider culture in North Korea that listens to hip hop. So it's expansive. And, I just was thinking, like, how did we get here?
Right.
How did we get here? And I just wanted to be a conduit to start to tell those stories about the people who played a part in building all of these blocks that got us here. And that's where the idea for the show came about. And that's what Made is about. The power players, the big influencers, the top artists, like, tell us about the role that you played in the development of this music culture.
Yeah. This is deep, man.
And you're right too. When
Yeah.
you're just down the street, or even like I live by the water, and even when I hear the boats going by, the music, it's probably some hip hop song, and then I go look out the window, and it's some white older man, or some white kid or something, and you'll be like, huh, okay. But
Mhm.
that's the power of music. It
Mhm.
Yes.
takes you across races, it takes you across genders, it takes you across everything. That's what I love about music, because you can't just say I should be this and then that's it. But no, I can listen to other music and I can appreciate other music as long as it speaks to me.
Right, right. I love that.
Yep. Tell us about your network that you're starting. Got a new show coming, Made
Hmm.
Moments, Art, Dialogue, Expression,
Hmm.
hosted by yourself. I mean, you are doing it all. This
And
is,
that's how the music came, by the way.
yeah,
So someone was like, they can say everything about you that you've never made an album. And I'm like, oh, well, let's make an album then. I got myself into that, right? But as I started to get into the creation of music, and I'm naturally a creator, I was having so much fun that I'm like, well, let's keep going. And I kept writing and I kept writing and I kept writing and I kept writing. And here we go. Here we are.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You've been on the magic carpet ride, really. The hip hop, fashion. Again, you're doing it all. And there's many facets to London Productions that I find very interesting. Tell us about your humble beginnings, though. The stuff you went through, the trauma, and how you used hip hop to help you overcome that trauma.
I mean, in a lot of our families, especially the generation of parents, that were born in the 50s and 60s, I think that, in that time there was so much change and so much struggle. And then there's this freedom, but then there's this situation where they're still fighting for certain freedoms.
Yes.
And I just think that we came up to babies that were born in, the 80s and the 90s. I think that we came up in a time where people were just still trying to figure it out. And they didn't have a lot of the answers, because if you think about, and I hate to talk about this, but this is very true. People always say slavery was 400 years ago, but my great grandmother's mom was a slave, and my great grandmother died in 94, and that was during my lifetime.
Wow.
And I was able to know her and know who she was. And my grandmother, who's 92 now, is still alive, who was raised by, her mom, of course, and who knew her grandmother. So there's no way that people can tell me that slavery doesn't and still impact my life. It absolutely does, because those mindsets are very, very present in today. So if you think about the family structure, and that was the one thing that from that time going forward, they fought against. So again, as we still try to figure it out, a lot of us were born during that time. And with my mom being a victim of rape when she got pregnant with me, she didn't have the tools and she wasn't equipped to know what to do to how to raise me. And I feel like she did the best she could, but that business was never there. So I think that literally, and I had to, figure this out as I got older. I became an overachiever. Probably a little bit was like searching for her approval. I developed a lot of people pleasing tendencies because I wanted to make her happy. I wanted to make everybody happy. And one day it just hit me that I have to live this life for myself and do the things that make me happy, because at the end of the day, it's my life to live. And so now I just feel like I do a lot of things that make me happy. And I don't really care what anybody has to say as long as I feel good about it. And here we are. The businesses that I start, things have always came really, really easy for me. So a lot of people would say, oh, you're doing too much, or you have too much going on. And I'm feeling like I'm not doing enough. And so, that's kind of like how I would say, answer that question.
Yeah, that's amazing. We're talking to the great April London here on the Jeff Fox Show with Jenny Jones and Fitz Davis. Fitz is not here today, but if he was, yeah, he's on a special assignment. But if he was, I know one of the questions he would ask you is, where does that power, that inner strength that you possess? Because there's a lot of people that would say, woe is me. Like, stuff is stacked against me. You built a multi-million-dollar empire.
Mhm.
Like, how? How?
Several times I've done it. I mean, what else is there? Like, what else do I have? Like, if it doesn't start with me, then like, who's gonna? I didn't have anybody cheerleading me and supporting me and saying you could do this, or so I just literally had to make up my mind that I wanted something because there was nobody else. And with that mindset, you just do what you have to do. When people say you're not good enough to go to college, and you're like, man, who tells their, who tells their child that, okay, well, let me go figure this out because, I'm not going to get that support and that strength over here. And I just learned in life to just let me be the judge of what I'm incapable of doing. And that happens by failure, but I don't tend to fail at anything unless I just don't want to do it. And not because I'm incapable of failing, it's just that I will keep going until I figure it out. Like I don't give up.
That's crazy to me. It is because, to go through again the stuff that you mentioned, to know your family history as if you do, I mean, as you do as well. Education played a big part in all of this.
Yes, for
Like
sure.
you have street smarts, but you could take it to the boardroom, the corporate room as well. Like,
Mhm.
how do you handle all of that?
So it's funny. My mom would actually argue with you that I have very little street smarts, but with her being my mom, I think I'm a pretty wise person. Um, but I've always been a super nerd and my head in the books. And I think and a super soft spirit. And I think that being an entrepreneur actually made me tougher because that having to do what you have to do when you have to do it, like you're going to get that strength from somewhere. So I think that that's probably where my toughness came because after a while you're like, okay, you
Yeah.
have to mediate so many problems, especially when I think at the height of my companies, um, I probably had close to 90 people working for me at one time,
Wow.
which is a lot of people to manage and navigate, and try to figure it out. Now that I have so much going on and things are a little bit more streamlined, I don't have as many people working for me, but you'll toughen up and you'll figure it out.
Wow. That's what we tell our kids, Jenny. Like at least what my parents told me, I became a single father. So I know this very well. I'm familiar with a lot of this that you're talking about. I wish I was as strong as you are. And I'm still trying
You
to figure it
are.
out.
You
I'm still
are.
trying to figure it out. Jenny?
Yeah. Well, since you are what, like a generation or so removed, a couple of generations removed from slavery being actually in your household or in your immediate family, how do you feel about the N word in songs, and do you use it?
This is the only time I might have a controversial viewpoint of it, but this is the only time if you go back to the history of the word before it became and had such a negative connotation, it was used in Africa, to explain us as kings, to some extent. The notion of the word wasn't a negative one. It became one in America. But this is the only time where I feel like we took a word and we took it back, we owned it, bodied it, and generations later, maybe the people who called us those things, their grandkids are calling each other that. Um, and that's just the most honest thing I could say. That word doesn't mean the same as it did to me, you know, not to me, but to, what we thought it meant or what it did mean a long time ago. Like that has changed. It's almost like a bro, or it could be anything. It's like bro, like it's so many different meanings in that one word. And honestly, we overuse it in music. It's just a part of the culture. And if you pay attention to who's buying hip hop, and if they like a song, eventually they're gonna start saying the word because they're into the music. And if we put it in the songs, we know who the consumers are of the music.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it though. I get it though. But at this point, like that's just a fight. I don't think we're gonna win if it just keeps being in popular music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that, yeah, we're going to win. I still feel a certain kind of way about it, because I grew up in the country,
Hmm.
you know, to where um, there was no mistaking what was meant by the word when I was called that, because it was predominantly white where I grew up, and there was like a handful of us. It was a handful of us, and it was just like a struggle every day, a fight every day until you had to show folks that you weren't going to be pushed around. And yeah, so sometimes that kind of steers me away from some rap music. So, and like I said, I'm coming from an honest place, for me. That's
You know what?
kind of
And
how I.
that's a very real answer and a beautiful one. But I also want to just put this on your mind and your heart, the resiliency of who we are as a people. Just really process this. The generations, the grandkids, and the great grandkids of these guys, and that culture that demeaned us and called us these names, their grandkids are calling each other that word. Do you understand? Like, some of those people will be rolling in their graves. They said it to us to demean us, and we made it so popular and cool to be one that their grandkids now identify each other with that, and they don't look anything like us. That means you have white kids calling each other that same word. I mean, aren't we something? I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
Resilient. Uh, it-
Resilient leaders.
yeah, and innovative, and that's what you are, April London. Because again, news came. Jenny, I don't know if you heard, but BET is getting rid of the Soul Train Awards
I
and
seen
getting
that.
rid of the what was it? The BT Awards, the Hip Hop Awards. And now I'm telling you, April, with people like you and the ideas and the way you think and launching London Productions, sky is the limit because there's a market, for a conglomerate like yours. Like there's a market out there. And my producer, my CEO Tommy Green tells me all the time, why not us?
why not?
Why
Why
not?
not us? I'm always running looking for approval elsewhere. And he's like, nah, stop doing that. He's always in my head. And he launched his company, Remix Sports Media, and we're rapidly growing right now. I find that inspiring.
Congratulations on your success too.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. And where do you think the future of black entertainment is now that they're trying to, because BT was sold, I think, to Viacom, and
Yes,
now there will be no more of that. What's the future? How do we
we're just
continue?
going to create something else.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I don't think that we're going to be muted in any kind of way.
No.
As long as there's an avenue for us to um, discuss our thoughts, our feelings, our ideas, and we're going to create ways and avenues to do that.
right.
But just like the guy with the seafood restaurant, that he's like reimagining it. Just because it goes away over here somewhere doesn't mean that somebody can take it and reinvigorate it and reinvent it and re-envision it somewhere else, like Miss London, So we don't have to put all our eggs in the BET basket. We can put them in Miss London's basket.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So as like my grandmother used to say, one monkey don't stop the show. So like I said, we're deferring to people like Miss London to, take us to new heights, re-envision it, or just do something totally different and just start a new culture,
No
start
doubt.
start something new.
And I'm so fearless right now, y'all. I'll be the person to really just get in, dig deep, ask the right questions, and grow in such an authentic way. I am truly, truly, truly myself in this era of development in my life, and it feels amazing.
Yeah. Hey, continued success to you.
Thank you.
What else are you doing this weekend while you're down here? You got any?
Pina coladas on the beach for sure.
Mm,
The best pina coladas are in Miami and in the Caribbean. The
yep.
best. The best.
Yeah, man. I'm originally from the Bahamas, and Mocha Bella, one of our big listeners, she just celebrated a birthday. She's from Jamaica. They just celebrated their independence. So, yeah, you hitting on some facts right there.
Mhm.
You hitting on some facts. So, tell everybody where they can find you online. Tell everybody more about London Productions and your, where you can be found.
So they can follow me on Instagram. I lost my social media, so I had to start over. I lost it in December. Not sure what happened, but I'm literally like starting from scratch with social media. But April London Official on TikTok and Instagram. The website is Made with April London. And I think it's theaprilLondon.com. They can find more information about me.
All right. Dr. April London. I say Doc.
Yes.
I mean, you've done it all. You've done it all. And continued success to you, because trust me, you inspired somebody today.
Well,
You
thank
inspired somebody today.
A boss lady. That's
A
what I'm
boss.
talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get my boss on. So inspiring for sure.
Well, let's do it together. Let's keep
Hey.
growing. Let's
Hey.
keep growing.
My co-host seems to think he's got some musical talents up there. You think you can help him out?
Explore it. Why not? What's the rules?
Oh, it's a
You
long
can't be worried about what
And now
anybody.
he's trying to be all modest.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, express yourself.
I drop a few bars here and there,
Okay, so we got to talk, Jeff.
We gonna
We're gonna get this out of you, like one way or the other. Like, we're gonna
I'm
get
old
this out.
school, man.
So who
I'm old
cares?
school. You remember when rap first came out? My name is Jeff, and I am
Okay, then let's get it
rap
then.
like that no more.
I'm gonna be honest, there's some people going, and I know you're not nearly that age for sure. There's some people going viral on social media for doing just that and being like older people,
Yeah,
and they're going viral just
Wow.
because like of the courage and confidence to just be expressive. We have to stop worrying about what people think of us.
yes,
Just live your life, because one thing I can tell you for sure is that when they put us 6 feet under, we have to be happy with the life we chose to live for ourselves.
absolutely.
The thing is too is that in the age of social media, it's wide open. It's wide open to do what you want to do, try what you want to try, and just find your place.
Absolutely.
Find your place.
Dr. London, April London, MC London. You do it all, man. And of course, we're looking forward to Made, because she's going to move into our genre too. She'll be interviewing people, Jenny, from everywhere, all walks of life. I want to see you running the next award show, the London Production Awards. Something. We're going to need something.
Okay, I'm gonna manifest that.
Okay, speaking it out into existence for real. For real.
April, thank you very much, man, for stopping by the show. We really appreciate it. And continued success. I'm looking forward to the album. When does it drop?
October 10th.
October 10th. No
That's
doubt.
around the corner. That's
Yeah.
around the corner.
I
Now,
know.
is it someplace that they can see you this weekend, or are you just doing, you doing
No,
something?
I'm not outside at all. Just a
Okay.
few private events.
Okay.
And then I'm going back home. So I have a busy work week next week.
Well, Florida was blessed to have you. Thank you.
Thank
Absolutely.
You. Thank you.
Thanks, Doc. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Nice to
For the best in your auto transport needs, check out Express Auto Recovery in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Why choose us? We provide nationwide coverage, fast and reliable service, competitive pricing, transport to any freight forwarder or dock of your choice, auction house experience, and we provide excellent customer service. Express Auto Recovery. Call them today, 786-858-0369. That's 786-858-0369. They provide towing services, accident towing, roadside services, tire change, transporting, towing, and they buy junk cars. Cheap prices, licensed and insured, fast and reliable services. Express Auto Recovery. Call them today, 786-858-0369. That's EAR, Express Auto Recovery. Tell them you heard it first on the Jeff Fox Show.
17-yard return on his first try. Fields this one cleanly. And again, he's got an alley. Wester at the 30. Two men to beat. Wester could be gone.
He's gone.
Midfield and rolling. And the rookie 6th-round draft pick will take it to the house. LaJohntay Wester, 87 yards. And he delights this Ravens crowd.
LaJohntay, there was a lot of emotion from you on the sideline. Kind of saw the hunger in your eyes. What was going on there for you in that moment?
Man, I've been overlooked all my life in this game, you know, since I was 6 years old. I was still making plays. So for me to be able to overcome all of that and get here and be able to get my first NFL touchdown in a game like this, like, it was amazing. It was just a whole lot of built-up emotion and anger and frustration and crying, all of that. I just let it loose tonight.
Wow. Ravens.
I like that drip.
Yeah, he was hitting with that drip. He was hitting with it. Football is back, baby. Raider game last night. I was watching it. You know, I could care less who was playing. But, yeah, football's back, man. Are you excited about your ATL Falcons?
Yes.
Yeah. Things are looking up for you.
We are going to be soaring this season.
I think so.
Did
I
you
think
see what I
so.
did there? Soaring season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you. You know, so yeah, the games got started last night. Eagles thumped the Cincinnati Bengals. Raiders were tied with the Seahawks.
I see.
Yeah, but tonight, Shador Sanders is going to play most of the game, if not the whole game, for the Cleveland Browns.
Well, before you get to that, how were you feeling after the game? How were you feeling about Pete Carroll?
Man, I fell asleep on the game. I fell asleep.
You were no good.
It's a preseason game.
I know.
You know, I did the rah-rah and all that, but once those nobody started playing, guys who's probably going to be working at UPS next week, I lost a little interest and I fell asleep. But I'm looking forward to seeing. I don't know if I've ever looked forward to seeing a preseason game more than I am tonight with Shador Sanders.
I think everybody feels like that. And it's like, you know, them putting him out there and him not having first team reps feels like they're setting him up for, you know, to fail.
Yep.
But what they meant for evil, the man upstairs can turn it for good, you know, for Shador, can turn it to good for him, you know?
It seems like a Disney movie. The whole Shador Sanders thing seems like a Disney movie because, number one, they hated him going to Colorado. They hate Deion for the way Deion came into the league. And all we've seen with Shador is controversy. Oh, he doesn't interview well. He came to the interviews with headphones on. He thinks he's all of that. He thinks he's hot shit. You know, they just were hating on him. And then they wait until the 5th round. Somebody we thought was top 10. The 5th round.
Somebody who they all were predicting as a top 10.
Right. And then, really, he's got some growing to do. Like, who did you hear of throughout college? Who turned the entire college football world upside down? Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders. You know, like, I mean, and I think that's going to continue in the NFL, whether it be in Cleveland or elsewhere. But he's going to succeed.
Yeah.
And like you said, you often tell me what God has for you, you know, who can be against you?
Nobody.
When he's for you. So I'm looking forward to it. I think they are trying to sabotage him. And that's weird. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Your own football team trying to sabotage you. That's weird. That's like, you know, you work in a corporate job. Your boss gives you a task to do, and then they try to sabotage you from doing your own job. Like, isn't this about a team? Isn't the team supposed to win?
It's supposed to be team first.
What are they doing?
That's the motto with sports. It's supposed to be team first.
Yeah.
But oh well.
I'm excited about seeing that game. I'm excited to see all the rookies. I saw Jalen Milroe from Alabama last night, and he looked pretty good, but not doing backflips over it. But he looked pretty good.
What is Mr. Travis Hunter playing?
I've got to check the schedule because I haven't even kept up with the entire NFL schedule. I just found out I think this morning Dolphins are playing on Sunday, and Caleb Williams, the much ballyhooed Chicago quarterback, will not be playing in the game on Sunday. Dolphins have been up in the shy practicing with the Bears. The Bears, you know.
The Bears.
But there's so many compelling stories around the league. You know, the Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones stuff has just gotten completely out of hand.
Yeah.
I think Jerry
he played games. He played games.
Jerry loves it. Jerry loves it. He likes
he loves the attention, and he keeps people talking about the Cowboys. And
that's all he wants. Let's talk about something that happened early in the week. Teddy Bridgewater finally spoke out up the road in Tampa regarding the Miami Northwestern situation here. Here's what he said. Then we'll talk about it after this.
And I'm a father first before anything. And when I decided to coach, you know, those players became my sons. And I wanted to make sure that I just protect them in the best way that I can. And, you know, I think that's what came about. You know, Miami Northwestern is in a tough neighborhood, and you know sometimes things can happen when kids are walking home and different things like that. So I just tried to protect them, you know, give them, you know, a ride home instead of them having to take those dangerous walks. But I just want people to continue to see me for the person that I've been, you know, from the time I arrived in the NFL, from the time that I arrived at the University of Louisville. Just a humble guy who has a big heart and a cheerful giver. There are a lot of changes, you know, you like to see, but you know, I guess in due time, you know, those changes will happen. But until then, man, I can't change who I am, you know, because of the rules. Like, I have a big heart. You know, I get it from my mom. And, you know, I just always said that I was once those kids. You know, and I know what it's like to be in their shoes. I know what it's like to walk those halls at Miami Northwestern and to have your stomach growling and rumbling at 12 o'clock in the afternoon because you didn't have any lunch money or you don't get the free lunch. So I can't change who I am. You know, I'll still give to those kids just because, man, I know what it's like. And I'll still give. Not only, when I say give, it's not even about money. You know, it's about my time and my presence, because a lot of times you see your idol on TV and it's like, man, I wonder what it's like to be that person. But when they see me in the flesh and they see how, you know, I'm an open-spirited person and I'm happy and I'm around them and they fit right in with me and I fit in with them. And it's just hope. And I live by calling myself the neighborhood hope dealer. And I'm hoping that I'm, you know, dealing hope to everyone back in South Florida and across the state of Florida.
There it is.
Hope dealer. I want to be a hope dealer too.
The neighborhood hope dealer. I love Teddy Bridgewater, man. I'm serious. We, Tommy and I played, we didn't play, but we covered a charity basketball game he did at Miami Northwestern, and we also went to the naming of the field, I think in Bunch Park, right around here, where they named the field after him. He's just real. And I met his mom, and you would think you're talking to your mom if you meet Miss Bridgewater. Like, it's incredible. He's just a rare individual, and that's why he wins at life. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're going to be a team to benefit from having Teddy Bridgewater on that roster. You know, they're going to benefit from having him because he's a special individual. Not your normal superstar. Very humble. Very humble. You know, and the fact that he thought that much of those kids to spend thousands of dollars.
Okay.
Of his own money.
Of his own money.
Yeah. That blows my mind. I know it's been a couple of days, but I really wanted to share that with you and see what your thoughts were, Jenny. You know?
I mean, it's inspirational. Like he said, he's a hope dealer, and I got me on my box. I want to be a hope dealer too.
Yeah, absolutely. So
because you can't go through life without inspiration and, you know, somebody trying to lift you up, because sometimes you can't get up on your own. So I like it. Hope.
Yeah. I'm just excited, man. Football's back. Teddy's and Tammy's back in the NFL. Jameis Winston is a character also that I'm glad is back in the NFL. And he had an interesting moment at Giants training camp.
Good work. Good work. Again, something accomplished here. All right, here's the deal. All right, all four quarterbacks are going to have a chance. If he hits the crossbar, then walkthrough's done tonight. Hey,
can we phone a friend?
Don't negotiate with me, Dexter. All right. All right, Jameis is up.
Hey, but I do want to tell y'all we got Bible study at 3:30 during the snack period, and y'all faith is going to determine me hitting this. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all already know. Hey, who going to Bible study? Who going to Bible study?
Me, Jameis Winston. Hey, man. He may throw the ball the other way sometimes, you know, to the other team sometimes, but he's an inspirational guy. Yeah. He's a lovable guy, man. Only thing wrong with Jameis Winston is he went to Florida State. Should have went to the U. He was great in college. Yeah, so I'm glad that games are back in full swing. Got a couple of games tonight, all weekend long, as a matter of fact, you know, so it's on and popping. Later on today, folks, you can meet me at Ricky's on Hines Boulevard for the Grown Folks Happy Hour. I hear something in my ear. Not sure if that's an echo. Do you hear an echo, Jenny? No? Okay. So that's cool, or whatever that is. We're going to come back and wrap after this. Jenny Jones has a couple of things to do as well, and so do I. We'll be right back to wrap up the show right after this.
From the streets of D.C. to the soul of Tallahassee, from the hilltop to the highest of 7 hills, 2 HBCU giants are colliding in the 2025 Invesco QQQ Orange Blossom Classic. Howard Bison, FAMU Rattlers. This ain't just football, this is history in the making. The bands bringing that fire. The stands packed with pride. The energy can't be contained. On Saturday, August 30th at 4 p.m., Hard Rock Stadium becomes the biggest stage in HBCU football. From the tailgate to the halftime show, from the first snap to the final whistle, this is where culture takes center stage. So grab your squad, throw on your colors, and rep your school. Get your tickets and book your hotels now at OrangeBlossomClassic.com. The 2025 Invesco QQQ Orange Blossom Classic, built on history, fueled by pride.
Hey, Bison Nation, this is Monica Lewis, Senior Director of Athletic Communications here at Howard University and a member of the class of 1996. And I am telling you right now that you need to be in Miami, Florida for the 2025 Invesco QQQ Orange Blossom Classic.
Come out, support the Bison family, watch us dominate line of scrimmage, and go get some get back against FAMU.
Two of our premier institutions in HBCU culture. And this is more than just a game.
You know, we have some revenge. We got some business to take care of. They took care of their business back at the Celebration Bowl, but it's a whole new season. It's a whole new team, and we're going to go down to Miami, go into the Hard Rock Stadium, and handle our business as only Bison can.
If you're in Miami, you've probably seen us because 305-800 Pain is everywhere. Accidents can change your life in seconds, but with 305-800 Pain, you have a team that fights for you. Remember the number, 305-800-PAIN. We got you covered.
Face. Late blitz coming. Burrow finds his man, and Jamar Chase is going to coast into the end zone. They beat the blitz with a quick throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals.
They're going to be a powerhouse. I know I said it, Jenny. My team, we go into the playoffs. I don't know how, though, because I don't know how, but we're going to the playoffs.
You're not going to be in the stands rooting on another team.
Nah, man. My Raiders legit. We got Geno Smith, and somehow I've convinced myself that Geno Smith is the shit.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling myself. I mean, Dolphin fans, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. And I'm trying to be encouraging and tell you, Dirty Bird, that you guys have a chance to win the whatever division you're in, NFC South.
Oh, South.
I think, yeah. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers may have something to say about that. By the way, Joe Burrow, in rare form for the Bengals last night, played the first two drives. I got to ask you, Jenny, before we get out of here. Are you cool if you were coaching the Dolphins? Will you start Tua knowing full well that the fortunes of your entire team probably depends on the availability of a Tua?
I mean, I'm sure that they would. You kind of want to see what you got, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you got to see what you got, the timing, with your first teams, and you kind of want to see. You kind of just have to. But if you just put on the special helmet, come on.
I mean, just saying, a lot of teams are not playing their starters at all in the preseason.
Well, but people have been going down. So I can understand not playing them, but I understand playing them because you kind of need to see. But yeah, I mean, because you're seeing some people have already season is ended.
Yeah.
This is kind of injuries that we're having already.
Yeah, Bilal Cohn from the Ravens, he suffered a gruesome season injury last night in the game against the Colts.
Was that delay going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. I just seen it after, and that was hard just to look at it.
Oh my goodness! Wow, they were talking about that, and then the Colts quarterback. I mean, right at the outset of the game, Anthony Richardson, he was like 2 out of 3, and then somehow his night was abruptly cut short after he had a dislocated pinky in his throwing hand after a sack. Second drive of the game. and he was out. Fortunately, though, the finger was popped back in. Anthony Richardson now listed as day-to-day. This is why teams don't like to play their starters, Jenny, in the preseason, because you lose them or you run the risk of losing them in a meaningless game.
Well, like I said, you gotta see what you got.
You gotta,
but you need to rest. You need to save it for, like you said, meaningful games. But
yeah,
catch-22. What you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching football all weekend, man. All weekend long. I'm glad it's back. Finally gives us something to do. When are we gonna see more Talking on Water? Let us know.
I should be having a new episode, or at least some clips from the new episode dropping within the next week. I'm gonna try to work some of that out this weekend.
Yep.
But yeah, I might drop a little something.
All right. Looking forward to it. And we'll be back next week. Looking forward to having Fitz join us back here in the show as well. Thank you to Alex Dono from earlier this week for joining us on the show as well. Mocha Bella says, that's an interesting question. Why does the NFL have preseason games? It's kind of like training camp. You gotta rev it up before you actually just go out there and throw them out there.
Or
you're amazed at how
when you in track.
Mm-hmm.
You got to find that next gear. So you got to start. You can't just start off at 100. You got to go from 0 to 60, 0 to 100. So that's kind of it.
Yeah, I want to see Geno Smith, but if we're gonna lose him, and I got to rely on that guy they had out there last night, Aiden O'Connell. I mean, he was horrible. He was horrible. And he's been down here to Miami, and when we lost to the Dolphins, he's terrible. We need a backup quarterback. We need another plan, just like you guys. Well, maybe not you guys, because again, the Dirty Birds are looking good. You got Michael Penix and you got Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
You got a veteran as your backup.
He not like that. He feeling duped. He feeling put in the trick bag. But you got the actual bag, the good kind of bag. So yeah, you got the good kind of bag, and you already know you kind of 1 foot out the door anyway. So your pride is hurt, but your pockets is full. How about that?
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. I mean, your boy Penix has a cannon for an arm. So I am trying to speculate on the Dolphins' end of season record. I haven't come up with anything yet. But people like Magic City going around saying that the Miami Dolphins are going to win 11 games this year with that team.
Well,
that's why they have preseason games.
I think that's what Chris Perkins was predicting, a winning season. I said, what about playoffs? Well, he backed up off of that. But
11 games during the playoffs.
Maybe a 10-7 or something. But yeah.
10-7 gets you in the playoffs. Most times 10-7 will get you in. I see 9-8 for the Dolphins. 9-8.
All right.
And I hope they make the playoffs. I hope the NFL is better when the Dolphins, the Steelers, the Cowboys, and the Raiders.
Rodney says he has no expectations.
That's how you should be.
But if you have no expectations, then you can't be disappointed.
Exactly why he has no expectations. Exactly why. I was fooled by the greatest show on green or turf type Dolphin season a couple of years ago when they first got here, when Mike McDaniel first got here. I thought they were a track team. It was
exciting to watch. It was like, oh my goodness, this is what we got.
Yeah.
This is what we got. We were excited. and then the bottom fell out. Tua got
Yeah.
hurt. The bottom fell out.
70 points they put up on the Broncos. And I'm telling everybody, Dolphins going to the Super Bowl. Dolphins are going to the Super Bowl. Yes, me, a Raider fan, hyping them up because I thought they could not be stopped.
Rodney said, until they ran into good teams. Exactly, because that's the problem. We are not beating the teams that we should already beat. We go out and have a good game, any given Sunday, and beat a team that we're not supposed to beat. Okay, that puts us one up on our goal. But then we turn around and lose to a team that we shouldn't be losing, so we take 2 steps back. That's the problem right there.
What do you remember what year it was when Dak Prescott and Tua were going at it? I think the Dolphins won by a late field goal here. I've never seen the Miami Dolphins fan base more happy than they were that day. They were like, they thought they were going to the show. They were sure of it, because, and the reason being, Jenny, they have that team speed. And up in Chicago right now, they're practicing against the Bears. They play the preseason game on Sunday. And they still got that speed.
He's looking, I know with his unit, he's looking to get some really good work with their starters in, and so are we. And that's really going to be the emphasis. Our ones are going to get the majority of the workload. We'll still get plenty with the 2s and the 3s mixed in there, but this is going to be huge for really our starting offense and our starting defense to see where we stand. Because when you go against each other for so long, it's really hard to gauge. And so I know, like, Miami's got a ton of speed on offense. Yeah. And the way we want to play defense is to challenge, be up in your face, reroute you, man-to-man. And so it'll be a little bit of a track meet here for our coverage guys to run with some of these guys. Because, I mean, it's speed not only with the wideouts, but some of these running backs are 4-3 guys as well. So our backers are going to have a lot on their hands trying to keep them under control. So that's what we're looking at on that side of the ball. And then offensively, when we're looking at their defense, they do a number of things. Weave comes from that Baltimore style of defense that really is a little unorthodox, gives you a lot of problems, and so for Caleb, the rest of the quarterbacks, it'll be completely different. Maybe get a little bit more access on the sides that we haven't had yet. They have some pressure packages that'll be very challenging for us to pick up. So I can't wait to see what that looks like as well.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see because the Bears. I don't expect much out of them this year. They're saving Caleb Williams. They don't want to put him in the game, and I don't know what to make of these preseason games. Anyway, my Raiders, I think, went undefeated a year ago, and then we proceeded to win about 4 games. 4 or 5.
Laid an egg.
Yeah, later.
What is it some of the radio people like to say? Garbage.
For real, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I'm looking forward. I just love football season. I would stop anywhere to watch a football game. Like, it's just inspirational. It's inspiring. I forgot to show this clip that we out of here. This is a coach, a 60-year-old coach. I don't know where the team is from. I knew he was trying to motivate them, Jenny, and he did this.
Oh, yeah. Real deal? You ball like us.
Oh, here, his shoes in the phone.
Yeah! Yeah, coach.
Can you do that?
He did that. 60.
Can you do that?
Hell no. I was never able to do that in my life. No.
The guy was either. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I was never the athlete. I was on the basketball team, but I was more like the talking head. I've always been the talking head. Never the basketball guy.
Well, you have a music contract, so if you get broke off, then I'm expecting that I'm gonna get broke off.
No doubt. Big thanks to April London for joining the show. She's fantastic. Follow her. Please follow her. April London. London Productions. She's in town for the Rick Ross event. They having a party tonight. Somewhere, some private location. But I will be at the real party over at Ricky's on Pines Boulevard. Jenny Jones, any final thoughts?
Nope.
You trying to go to bed, huh?
I'm tired. Tell you the man be having his foot on my back.
On your back. Yeah. Well, we about to blow it up here, man, on the Jeff Fox Show. So they won't be able to do that too much longer. All right. No doubt. All right, Shawty. Be cool. Thanks, everybody. Meet me at Ricky's.
17-yard return on his first try. Fields this one cleanly. And again, he's got an alley. Wester at the 30. Two men to beat. Wester could be gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Midfield and rolling. And the rookie 6th-round draft pick will take it to the house. LaJohntay Wester, 87 yards.
The Jeff Fox Show, brought to you by Remix Sports Media.